Hi, I'm Bebe.
And I'm Stephen.
And we are
Just Another Knitting Podcast.
Welcome to our regular viewers, and welcome to anyone who's joining us for the first time. We're Bebe and Stephen. We live in Christchurch, New Zealand. And this is our corner of the world where we talk about knitting and other things as may interest me as I Google them.
Yep. Welcome.
Yeah. So, we thought we'd start by saying that this is our
26th
episode number 26, and because we do them every 2 weeks, this is like our next episode is our anniversary, our 1 year anniversary of filming.
Yeah, podcasting for a whole year.
Yeah, and because we have been very consistent, we have filmed every 2 weeks for almost 1 whole year. It does mean that it is our anniversary date. We haven't missed any.
We will be filming our anniversary issue or episode.
Where will we?
Yeah.
You're asking me?
I am.
Do you not know?
Well, I do know. Okay, we'll
tell us, Stephen.
We'll be filming our anniversary issue from Melbourne.
Yay!
So, yes, next fortnight we're off to the Australian Sheep and Wool Show at Bendigo.
Yes.
So we're heading over there to Australia on the 18th. And we'll be at the show on Saturday the 19th. So.
Yeah, we'll be there on the Sunday, but I think we're planning on coming back into Melbourne that day. So we're going on Friday to Bendigo on the train from Melbourne, and then coming back on Sunday into Melbourne, and then coming home on Monday night. So a couple of days in Melbourne and a couple of days in Bendigo.
Yes, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
So exciting. Yeah. So if you're going to go, hit us up in the comments, and we'd love to meet some people if you're Australian. I'm really hoping to meet the other Australian podcasters.
Some of your podcasting...
yeah.
You'll be fangirling them.
Yeah. So it'd be cool to get some photos with other Australian podcasters. And with some of you, if you're going to be there, do come and say hello if you see us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yay.
So anyway, that's the exciting things that are coming up over the next couple of weeks for us.
And I should just say at the start of the show, I've literally been in the house all week since last weekend. It's Sunday today. I've been in the house since Monday because I've had COVID and I'm still recovering. I think Stephen's decided that this is the closest we've been in a week because I've been isolating on my own. So Stephen's managed to not get COVID.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, because last time when you got it, I didn't get it. You had COVID one Sunday when we were filming, and then you...
And I was out for a week too, so, I think I'm still in that immune phase, so...
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I have been very unwell. And still not super well, but well enough to film anyway. Not well enough to leave the house yet.
So anyway, what are we wearing?
Oh yeah, what we're wearing. Do you want to start?
Sure, I'll begin. So today I am wearing Tender Heart by Tin Can Knits. This is the first jersey I ever knit. There's a lot of story behind this, and I've probably I won't go into a senior moment and start repeating myself too much.
Oh, because you've worn this before, haven't you?
I have. This is. I think I wore this in our first episode.
Yeah. So just a summary of the fun that it was the Tender Heart.
So yeah, the briefness was I've pretty much knit this a couple of times, and in my first jersey, it was also my first experience of sweater surgery. But I was too afraid. It was a colourwork yoked pattern. I wanted to knit it. I just wanted to knit something. I really like the yarn, which it's been knit in the Outlaw Yarns Bohemia, and the colours are Proserpine and Fog.
I remember we went into the shop, we went into Outlaw and got struck by the same thing that I got struck by when I first went in there. Ethan selling us something that we probably didn't want. Wanted the yarn, but he sold you the pattern because we got it on a card.
Oh, did we?
Still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he convinced you to buy the pattern.
Yes. So my first jersey was a colourwork jersey.
Yeah.
And so I was terrified because I didn't actually know how to do colour work. So I actually knit the entire thing in just one colour. I skipped all of the white detail.
Well, there was colour work, you just couldn't see it.
Yeah, it was like
in the same colour.
Yeah, that was what I was pretending anyway. But anyone that knows anything about a yoked sweater is they're quite heavy, and stockinette is quite stretchy. So what I discovered when I finished this was that the yoke area was very loose, and it puckered a lot, and it sort of hung really poorly.
Yeah, it is quite roomy even now through there, and it was roomier. It was really quite big and baggy here.
Yeah, I think if I had bigger pecs, it would be better.
Well,
or broader shoulders.
Not there, yeah.
Or less here. Anyway, so what I actually wound up doing was I actually ripped out the whole yoke, and then I took my Brave Pills.
So is it knit bottom up?
It is bottom up in the round
So you could
standard yoke sweater, yeah.
Oh yeah, they knit a lot. They do a lot of theirs bottom up.
Yeah. So I did that. I ripped out the whole top section, and then I re-knit it with colour. And it turned out pretty good.
Look at it.
Yeah.
First colour work.
I was really pleased.
You were destined to make colour work jumpers.
Yeah, maybe. And I was also really, really bad at casting on, so knitting, or casting off actually. So, no, I was casting on because the sleeves are knit from the bottom up and then joined in the round. So my cast-ons for the sleeves were really rubbish, and I was really unhappy.
They look fine.
Oh, that one does, yeah, because that one's had surgery. So, so this one in particular was really, really bad. So what I actually wound up doing was I cut off the cuff, and then picked it up and knit the cuff down so I could do a proper cast off.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
You can actually...
And which is different from this one. So the cast off on this is the original cast on, whereas this is actually a cast off.
You're so chaotic.
Yeah, I learned the hard way that picking stitches up from the bottom
I
is
would have just
actually
put it in the bin.
whole lot more difficult.
But it's the wool's not... I mean, it's such nice yarn, and it's not cheap, so
Yeah.
you just wouldn't be able to put it in the bin.
Yeah, whereas now knowing a few more things too, I would probably have a crack at maybe grafting. So knit myself a new cuff and then try and graft it on to the stitches.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah, so like I say, we learn a few things as we go along, but I still wear this quite a lot.
That's a nice jumper. I wear it occasionally too.
It does pill a little bit now because of the nature of the yarn, but
it's held up really well.
It has.
The yarn it's very soft and fluffy, so it's going to pill, but actually it's not too bad.
No, it does well. I just sort of pull a few bits off it every now and then, and as I just did before we came on. So.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm wearing. What are you wearing, Bebe?
I'm wearing Alder by Rebecca Clow. This is this was kind of one of those one day when I'm good enough I'll knit this jumpers.
Right, because it's got some technique in it.
Yeah, it's got it's mosaic. So the pattern is knit in mosaic style, so it's got slip stitches, and there is not a stitch out of place on this. I learned how to drop down and fix when I make mistakes. So
right.
Yep, and a couple of times I tink back to fix mistakes. I'm really proud that there is not a single error. Like there's no little place that you can point to and go, oh, maybe that one I messed that up.
Right.
Because it is, every stitch in place. It's knit in Vespers, which is from Burnt Hill Yarns, which is Lisa F design. She designs heaps of like baby stuff, and she also makes made the buttons that I had on my Iola cardigan, which you will have seen if you watched the show a couple of episodes ago. So Burnt Hill Yarns is her yarn brand.
Right.
And this is the colours. This is my colour. I love this colour. Candy Pop and Dusty Sage. And I think Rebecca's ones are quite muted, like muted colours. And I just wanted something that I would never normally put together. And I absolutely love it. Every time I wear it, I'm like, oh, I love this jumper. Really my colours. I love the design on it. The yarn is really warm. Like it's the middle of winter here, and I'm wearing just a t-shirt underneath. Normally I wear a long sleeve top underneath my jumpers because I get really cold, but this is thick.
Right.
It is very warm. It's very middle of the winter jumper. The only thing is that I also did sweater surgery. So I knit, it's knit, must be top down, but I think I did my usual trick and picked up the neckline. Actually, I don't remember. But it had quite a wide neck on it. Yeah, no, I did. I must have knit it from the neckline down. And so I took out the neckline and re-knit it because it was quite wide, and it's such a warm sweater, but it was really exposed around here, like it was out here. And so I get really cold around my neck and need to wear like a scarf or something to be warm enough. I don't know, so I get cold all the time. And so I added more neckline onto it. So I re-knit the neckline, took out some stitches, and then I think I knit it too long, and I'm interested in people's opinion because it's kind of in that in-between stage, in-between length of, it's not quite a mock neck, it's not quite like a mock turtleneck, but it's not like a normal length.
Yeah.
Normally I do like about 12 rows, and I think it must be more than that. I haven't counted them. It might be 14. It might be just a couple too long, and it really annoys me because unwinding the cast off and then taking out a couple of rows and then binding it back off again would be a pain. Like, I'm just not sure if it's worth it. I'm just interested in what people think. Because I just feel like it just sits out here a little bit, but if it was a couple of rows shorter, it would sit flat.
What do you think would improve it? Is it that you think it looks too high, or
I think it looks too high.
It's just the feel of it?
No, I like the feel of it. Right. I like being warm.
So it's just the visual.
I would either knit it longer or shorter. Right. I think it's just the visual. I think actually if I reblocked it, because I didn't block it after I re-knit the neckline, that might help, but I can't be bothered doing that. Next time I wash it, I'll do it. I haven't done anything with it. I wear it all the time. It's clearly not that much of a problem. But what do you think? Do you think it's too long? Like, if everybody overwhelmingly says it is, then maybe I'll do something about it. Maybe. But I really love I love the knit. I really love the way I feel when I'm wearing it. And Rebecca Clow has very good patterns. She is a very good knitwear designer. And this is it was challenging but repetitive, so easy to knit. Highly recommend the pattern. I'll stop talking about it now.
Yeah, slip stitch. I've never knit something like slip stitch before, but it gives
I really like slip stitch colour work.
Yeah, it gives me thoughts. So I've kind of aspired to a houndstooth kind of sweater at some point.
Yeah, I guess it looks a little bit like
it does look a little bit like that. But
yeah, I've knit a Olga Jazzy. She's got a bunch of different shawls. And I've knit one of her it's called the Plus shawl, and that's slip stitch as well, and it's slip stitch colour work means you're only ever knitting, even though you've got rows where you've got two colours on the same row, you're only ever knitting with one colour at once, which I really like.
It sounds accessible.
It's I mean, it's a lot of knitting.
Yeah. Alrighty, finished objects. Here we go again.
We never finish anything.
Knitting's a journey. In 2 weeks, it goes really fast.
It really does when you have a full-time job and we both do things outside work and we have a family.
And a few whips too. So,
and a lot going on.
Yeah, spreading the load across a few projects sort of slows them all down. But,
so Stephen has no whips.
So yeah, long story short, my turn. I haven't even got an eagle feather or something to show.
No, they were keeping us going.
Yeah. So, I will be able to tell what I've been up to over the last couple of weeks in the whips section. So.
Yeah. So
what have you...
Well, I'm cheating. So this...
This is finished objects.
Remember this? Now it's really finished. Well, I'm hoping so. So our grandson's coming over later. He's been staying in the holidays, and I'll get him to try it on because he did my last try on, and it was a good indicator he's about the same height as Paul. So this is the Zipper Sweater Light Man. And I made this for my friend Paul, who lives in another city, so he can't try it on. But we met... we both went to Hokitika a few weeks ago. Well, we all went to Hokitika a few weeks ago, and he tried it on there and it was too small. It was a wee bit narrow and a wee bit short. And so I knew I could get probably about an extra 8 to 10 centimetres of width by stretching it widthways, but that will shorten it further. So he said he would have liked about a cuff's worth of extra width. So I actually knit more than that. So I knit that much extra length, on it. Just so that I could accommodate the fact that I was going to stretch it out, which I would lose some length by stretching it outwards. So I knit an extra 24 rows on the end of it. And then, so what I said I was going to do in the last episode was, so Stephen's idea.
Yep. I have great ideas. Nothing simple.
Was to do sweater surgery.
Yeah.
And a few people commented on this in the comments as well, helpfully, thank you. And so what I did was I put in 2 sets of needles. I basically threaded one cable through the bottom, and I did it just by the just by the ribbing, so that I could kind of hide I was gonna what's it called, graft it back together. So I did it just one row above the ribbing, and then another one 2 rows in, and then cut in between them to get the live stitches on both sides. And then so that's what I did. That was there. So then I knit down the 24 rows, and then started grafting the ribbing back on, just here, and it looked really bad. I couldn't get the tension of the row that I was grafting to look good.
Right.
Like I have good even tension. My stitches are nice and even, and they weren't even. And even though they were right by that ribbing edge, I could see how bad they were, and they probably would have evened out on blocking. But I redid it twice, trying to get, they were too loose, and then they were too tight, and I was trying to snug them, or I was going along trying to tidy them up, and I'm like, this is taking me as long as just re-knitting the ribbing would take. So I was like, forget that. So I undid it. I had probably grafted about half of the front, so about that much, and I was like, nah. So I was like, I'll just re-knit the ribbing.
Yeah. So it was kind of a low risk exercise anyway, because it's
just try it out
top down, just to have a go and see how it works. So.
Yeah, so I had the ribbing sitting there. I'm like, either I'm going to throw this out because I'm not going to rescue the yarn, or I'm going to, because it's not all that much and I would have had to rewash it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to give this a try. So I gave it a try. I didn't like it. And also, the other thing was that I had knit the jumper in a size smaller than recommended. So it's supposed to be 4mm needle, and I knitted on a 3.75, but I hadn't adjusted the ribbing needle.
Right.
So I knit the ribbing on 3.5, and so I wanted to go down a needle size for the ribbing.
Right, so you actually had an opportunity for improvement
to actually
as well.
tidy the ribbing up, and I'm much happier with the way the ribbing looked. It looks heaps better. I had done it when I got to the sleeves, so the sleeves are knit on 3.25mm needles, but I had done the bottom ribbing on 3.5 before I kind of realised that no, I actually should go down the same amount of needle sizes as the pattern. So it was kind of an opportunity to right that wrong anyway.
Right.
So I'm a lot happier with it. And now
Nice.
I just have to fingers crossed. If it doesn't fit him exactly how he wants, well, too bad. This is what he's getting. Because he said, oh, is there a way to make it any wider? And I'm just like, well, I'm not re-knitting it for you, Paul.
Yeah, what about a vertical graft? Have we tried vertical grafting?
But I did manage to get, when I first blocked it, it was 58 centimetres across, so 116 centimetres round. And I managed to get it to 64 or 128. So I managed to gain quite a bit of width.
Yeah.
That should be enough, I think, to give him the ease that he wants.
It's great. I mean, I really like the look of that, and
Yeah.
I can't wait for my one.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to make you one. It's
Yep.
such a good pattern. And I have the yarn. Once I get through it'll be for next winter.
Absolutely. Next
Once
winter.
I get through my 20 and 25. This is going on my 20 and 25 for next year. Because this wasn't on my 20 and 25 for this year. But I'll definitely put it on there for next year. It's a really nice jumper.
Nice.
Yeah, I was wearing it the other day. It was really... Better air it out so it doesn't have COVID on it.
Do you have any other finished
Oh,
objects?
I do. Yeah, sorry, that was a short story long, everyone. Sorry about that. The ugliest little thing ever. I can't make this look nice. It's just a vest for the baby. Poor baby's cold. So this is loosely based on a pattern I got off the internet called the ribbed singlets. Surprising.
And even with Google, I don't think I could find a picture.
And oh yeah, there is a picture.
Oh, there is. You've got one?
Well, the trick is it's an Ashford pattern. So Ashford are known worldwide for their what are they called? Spinning wheels.
And the Swifts and the...
Yeah, so mostly for their spinning wheels.
Yep.
So lots of people know about Ashford spinning, but they also make yarn, and they and like Swifts and what are those things called?
The bull winders.
Bull winders.
Yes, that was what I was going for before. Yeah.
Yes, and they also have some patterns.
And they're about an hour away from us.
Yeah, so we go down there for visits every now and again.
They're in Ashburton, which is
an hour away from here. Stop interrupting me.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so this is an Ashford pattern, and if you look on the Ashford website, you'll find it. I didn't really follow the pattern, so it doesn't really look anything like the pattern. I didn't follow the stitch count. The only thing that it has in common is that it is a 2x2 rib.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's supposed to have a folded...
Yes. You had
shoulder.
that last time, I think.
Yeah, and I didn't like it. It was quite bulky because this is quite springy yarn, so it made quite a bulky top to have it as a
sort of
folded.
yarn is it?
This is thank you, the sock yarn. This is Sock Bandit by Outlaw Yarn, discontinued yarn, but
Sorry.
but I still have quite a lot of it.
Yeah,
So
stash.
I made this for Luciano. I tried it on him before, and these little bits here were shorter by probably about that much, and it totally didn't fit his little round body. Like I feel like every time we see him, which is every couple of weeks, he comes over for the day, and he's like, I don't know, a foot taller.
Yeah,
he's only 6 months old.
I think that's probably would have fit him 2 weeks ago, but
I hope it's gonna. I made it bigger than I. Yeah, so I had knit the whole thing and finished it with like more like that, and then I chopped off the strap bits and knitted an extra about that much on it to accommodate his growing body, and then reknit these longer. They look weird, but I'm hoping they'll fit. So we'll probably see Luciano next weekend. Oh no, we're going to the sheep and walk. No, that's the weekend after. Yeah, we'll see Luciano next weekend, and he can try it on. Hopefully it fits him.
hopefully.
Otherwise, I have one of my staff members having a baby, so she can have it. Because I'm not knitting it again. Anyway,
Nice.
That's the only thing I actually managed to finish. I was too sick to knit this week.
Oh, right.
I had 2 days where I was languishing and could barely function.
No, that's rough.
Yeah, it was rough. But
So-
anyway, that's my finished objects.
Okay,
You
and-
will not see the zipper sweater again. It's going to its owner. I'm done with it.
We might get a photo with the owner.
I hopefully will.
Okay, so works in progress.
Yeah, you're doing very well keeping us on track.
Trying. Okay, so
I haven't left the house for a week.
I'll start.
Feeling a bit stir crazy.
Okay, so first up,
Oh, Stephen's got some tales to tell.
just grab the first one that is in reach. I've done a little bit more on the Bibliophile by Alicia Plummer. I better not pop them off the needles. So I spoke last time about my whips how I had tried or I was adding more length to these. So what I've done on this in the last 2 weeks is I actually did a trial sleeve separation. I mean, it just looks a little bit like a purple blob at the moment.
That's a beautiful purple blob.
Yeah, the risk got, everyone who's knit this has been feeding back to me that the arms are too tight, from the pattern and so on. So I actually did, I knit an extra chunk in the yoke or upper body part, and then I did the sleeve separation round, and that was a good idea. I only spent one round.
Couple of rounds, yeah.
And then I tried it on, and it was I could definitely see that the arms were very tight. It was right up in my armpit still.
Yeah.
So I just basically tinked the row back, and I've just been knitting more stockinette. So
Now, Stephen, did you tink the row back?
Maybe I tinked half the row back. So there might possibly be an extra, like a short row in the back.
You can't. That can't hurt.
That's what I remember. I got around to it, and I was like, oh, hang on a minute. There's still a thread that goes across the arm, so I just cut it, and so you will call that a short row.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
funny.
I've just continued knitting this down, and as we agreed last time we talked about this, the arms aren't going to get any wider. The more I knit, it's just going to go further down.
Well, it's about trying to get it out from under your armpit first, because there's two things you need to get right. One is the yoke depth, and then the other is the arm.
Yeah.
And you manage those differently. So the yoke depth you just need to keep knitting, but when you get to the arms, it's how many stitches you cast on under the arm.
Yeah, and I'm going to probably, I think in the pattern it's like 6, and from what I
6 what?
6 extra stitches under each arm.
6 under the arm.
Yeah, so I'm going to do 6 on each side rather than just.
You have to be careful because you get puckering, so you can.
But it was too tight, so what I'm going to do is I'll just do a trial sleeve separation again, see how it feels, and then I'll just pull it back if I need to, and add as many stitches as I think, or keep knitting basically. We'll see how it feels.
Oh, so you mean you're going to cast on extra stitches under the arm?
Yes, to make the sleeve hole bigger, and then I'll just have to work out the decreases.
Yeah, because if you cast on 6 stitches under the arm, and then when you get to the arm knitting, you have to then pick up those stitches. If you pick up too many extra, it ends up puckered. But actually, if you have 12 to start with, you're sweet.
Yeah, so if I go from 6 to 12, I'll just pick more stitches. Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. Actually, just thinking on the fly. Yeah, if I actually go up a size for the arms, it will have more stitches.
Because then
the whole arm will be bigger, and I'll be able to. It'll tell me to pick up the more stitches. It will have the right number of stitches, and
and then the decreases will match.
Yeah. So anyway, when I'm feeling mathematical, I'll get into knitting more of that.
Yeah, because it won't make any difference if you just look at how many extra stitches you cast on, because normally double isn't going to give you the next size up. Not even 2 sizes up. No. Usually it's a difference of a couple of extra stitches.
Yeah.
So double would probably be too many.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You can decrease them.
Honestly, I was going to say, I just don't know. The pattern is wildly different from what I've produced.
One of the things you can do, and I do it, and probably you do it as well, is that you look at something you've already knit and you look back at the pattern, and I was just doing this the other day. You look back at the pattern and say, well, how many stitches did I cast on for that? So look for something the same weight with similar construction.
Yeah.
So not colour work. So something like this, if you're happy with where that is there.
Yeah, well, this is a different construction, but yeah, I've done that. So I've measured the raglans on the bibliophile with the raglans on my single malt, the faux raglans on my carver, and they're all at about 11.5 inches, talking in inches, and the one for bibliophile at the same point for sleeve separation was only like 8.
Oh yeah.
So that's like 2.5 inches short from where it is. So I know comfortably to get further down in my body, I just need to keep those raglans.
And growing. So you can do the same for the sleeves. You can look at how many sleeve stitches you were supposed to have for, say, the So Basic. Oh no, that's
probably
fingering weight.
I haven't got anything that's exactly on that sort of gauge.
This is probably close because it's also...
Yeah, the sleeves, the top of the sleeves of this from bottom up, where it separates, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you just need something that's DK weight.
But the point is, I guess, we're starting to craft the jerseys now, not just blindly follow the patterns.
You could check that one.
Yeah, maybe. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
It feels like the same sort of weight yarn, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a read of that
pattern.
pattern.
Yeah, what size pattern needle is your one knitter?
4s, yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably the same gauge.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's...
what a journey.
That's the bibliophile. Yeah.
Fun. What do you do? What would you do?
Yeah, you can see us rearranging how we knit these patterns in real time.
I would probably... I would check against another pattern that I have. Failing that, I would go upper size or 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to...
If it has a schematic, that
check
would help
on my
as well.
body first and then see how I feel.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's bibliophile. Do you want to? Have you ever whip? You want to move on, or shall I carry on?
How would you like to do it? I'll let you pick.
You go.
Okay.
Because we've got 3 each, you see. So 1, 1, 1, 1.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna finish with what's...
Oh, I do like this.
Yeah. So this is my entry into our Kiwi make-along.
Oh,
so
I see you've done the knit too.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this yet. So we are participating in a Kiwi make-along. So it's 10 different podcasters, New Zealand podcasters, hosting a make-along, and Stephen will put the card up for it, but the rule is a Kiwi-based designer or Kiwi yarn to contribute, and there's a Ravelry page. I'll put the links to the information about the make-along in the description box below, so you can have a look at what it's all about. So this is one of my entries. We're participating as in we're providing a prize and promoting it, but I'm also participating not so I can win a prize, just because I want to, I want to knit something.
Yeah.
So this is the Calypso by Black Cat Knitting Company, which is Alana from Lupine, who's also one of the podcasters. She also has a podcast called Thank You for Knitting. And I'm down to sleeve separation. So this is knit in Bohemia
Light.
by Outlaw Yarn, a discontinued
Sadly
yarn.
discontinued, yeah.
It's possum, alpaca, and Polworth yarn. Very soft, very fluffy. Making my nose itch already. And this is my very first time doing a picot edged neckline, which I'm really happy with. It's sitting a bit weird. I understand now the consequence of knitting, and I meant to block it actually before we sat down, of knitting up as an afterthought cuff, is that it kind of it has quite a lot of bulk in the neckline, because what you usually do is you knit up and over and back down, and then you have the live stitches, and then you start knitting down. But if you don't have...
so you've done it in reverse.
But if you pick it up and then knit up and over, you end up with those live stitches, and you have to decrease them away again.
Right.
So I have a row of cast off stitches there where normally you wouldn't. So it does feel...
Yeah, I can see
it feels a bit bulky.
there's a lot of extra weight in that neck. In that joint, the seam. Yeah,
it's perhaps not as polished as it could be. So that is a consequence of doing the way that I do it, which is interesting. Anyway, I'm still happy that I've done it that way, because I feel like I get a better fit doing it that way. Although I didn't decrease any stitches away on this, is a good neckline. It's a very good pattern. I'm very happy with this pattern, and lots of people are knitting it. and it's designed to be knit in spin cycle. So this is knit in spin cycle, but I wanted to do a two-tone one, mostly because I'm trying to use stash yarn. But also I just really like that it starts out as one colour and then it changes, the colour work changes from light pink to dark pink here.
Well, now you've got the dark pink on the bottom too. I think it really changes the look.
Yeah.
So I was beautiful. A little bit, honestly, I was a little bit dubious about the colour choices when it was just sort of this far down and it was very
busy,
light pink and busy. But now that you've got the sort of the anchor of the dark pink at the bottom, I think that's coming out really nice.
Yeah, love it. And so now it's knit all the way down the body. So I've kind of parked that because I've got another whip on the go. And because honestly I was incapable of doing very much all week, but I'm looking forward to just blasting through the body on this and then the sleeves and getting it finished because it's so beautiful and I can't wait to wear it. It's not a winter weight jumper for me though, so there's and the knit along goes until the beginning of end of August. So
it's like 3 months or something.
Yeah, so there's plenty of time. So I'm not rushing it. I'm just enjoying the knit.
Oh, nice.
So that's my second whip.
Okay.
First
whip.
First.
Okay, so my second whip. I've been knitting the done cuff as you saw last time. So I thought I'd actually finished this part of the cuff and had done so, but then it's almost like the ends are grown.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, so these have materialized. I thought I'd actually got rid of them all. So
because there's a band on the end.
Yeah, no, I did all that. So
where did they come from?
I don't know. I must have hidden them last time when we were showing it because I thought I had actually darned all of the ends away, but. So far as the whip part goes, what I've been doing though is I've been knitting the ruffle. So I'm knitting the long ruffle that goes with this. It attaches on at the top.
What way does it go like that?
That's the way it goes. So the ruffle itself will go sort of out over the hand, and this is very unruffled ruffle. So good. I'll just show it for a start. He says he just gets some length. So this is the ruffle. Now, here we go. It doesn't look like much, but it's a true exercise in knitting stuff.
Knitting stuff?
Knitting stuff.
What does that mean?
Okay, what that means is, so the ruffle itself kind of is going to go a little bit like this. So it's designed so that it obviously ruffles. He says, trying to explain. But what you can see in here, particularly in the grey, so I've found that this is a really good exercise in short rows, wrap and turns, and increases and decreases at the end of rows. Because each of these little segments has all of those things all multiple times, all within the space of like about 3 rows of 13 to 16 odd stitches. So this line across here where the white meets the grey has 3 wrap and turns and 3 pickups for wrap and turns for the short rows. And I'm actually very proud. Sorry, you're probably sick of looking at...
I haven't even seen
of looking at that. But yeah, I'm actually very proud because my wrap and turns historically have been atrocious. And so I've actually found the process of knitting this as amazing practice with a really good tutorial video from Alice Starmore. So I should say Done Cuff Alice Starmore, but you guys probably know that already. So yeah, there's a really good video on how she does her wrap and turns and how she picks up the wraps. And I've just been following it really closely. And you can't see the pickups for the wraps at the front. You can definitely see them at the back. So if we go to the back, you can definitely see where the wrap and turns are. So there's 3 there. There's another 3. Oh, he's trying to go a different way. Over here. So you can really see them on the back, but they're invisible from the front. So I'm really pleased with that. And and it's got the wee scalloped edges. So getting those edges so that they're smooth as well, with the increases on the end of the rows and decreasing in the way, has also been a fairly large challenge, and particularly around sort of tensioning those end stitches. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not great at it. It's not perfect.
No, but it's a good way to practice, and it's small.
Yeah, small length, high repetition. So
Yeah.
so again, it's part of a creative course, the done cuff, and you can really see that there's a lot packed into it. So yeah, I am kind of enjoying that. There has been some moments where it's
I've
almost
missed them.
like Murphy's knitting law. So it's kind of like, you're thinking about it and you're like, I've got to be really careful not to do the thing. And so then suddenly, not only do you do the thing, but you also then rip the entire other needle out and you've got bare stitches. So I was
So
like,
don't do that. Don't
so
do
it's
that.
like,
Oh,
don't,
I did it.
yeah, and then I was like, not only did I do it, I did it worse. It's like, yeah. So there's been a number of those moments in this cuff.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed those while I was
Yeah.
languishing.
Yeah, I did that actually when I was swatching my colour work as well. I had all of the different balls of yarn lined up in a stack of yarn together, and I was like, I mustn't let this fall apart and collapse, because I was comparing the colours. And then not only did it fall apart and collapse, I managed to kick the balls right across the room. So as I tried to prevent them
Oh, I
from
missed
falling.
a lot.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
left you alone for too long, obviously.
Yeah, I try too much sometimes, and it's like you just focus and you over focus, and
Yeah.
it just turns to custard.
So done cuff.
So
Looking
done
good.
cuff. Yep. I'm hopefully. I said this last time. Hopefully, the next time it'll be a finished object. But
It'd be good to have them for Bendigo, because then I can wear the whole outfit.
you're not going to have a whole cuff in 2 weeks with ruffles. You could wear
One?
one. You could wear one.
No, if I had one, that would be
Yeah,
right.
you could
One cuff, one glove.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
you do have the gloves. Yeah.
Like an affectation. Like
Yeah, there you
just
go.
wearing one.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. So anyway, we'll see how we go with that. Now, whip
He-
number 2, Bebe.
Yeah, I remembered somebody asked if they could see the inside of my colour work while you were showing that. So
Oh,
I
right,
just wanted
yeah.
to show the inside of my
No,
colour
fair
People,
enough.
People like seeing inside of colour work. I like seeing inside of the colour work. That's what the inside of my colour work looks like.
Nice.
I practiced very hard at colour dominance on this to make sure that I always had my colour dominance correct. So it means that the colour work is very neat and tidy both sides, because I always had one in the front and one in the back.
Nice.
And that's the trick to making the inside of your knitting look as good as the outside of your knitting. Who knew? Always have the dominant colour
Yeah, it stops twisting all the
on
floats.
the bottom or the top.
Dominant colour on the bottom.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so the next thing
Whip number
is,
2.
because I have been unwell and I haven't been able to concentrate, I have regressed back to my old self. I was a crocheter before I was a knitter. Like, I knew how to knit and crochet from when I was a child, but I crocheted like all my life. Up until when I really started knitting garments, I did a lot of crochet. So crochet was kind of my first love. And so I thought, oh, well, I'll crochet a blanket. I've got one of my staff members is having a baby, and so I was going to make her baby a blanket. I made her other baby a blanket. This is baby number 2. So baby needs new blanket, and so I thought, oh, well, I'll crochet a baby blanket. It's my own design. It's not anything in particular. It's just a Peggy Swear crochet blanket. Probably the only thing of note is, a couple of things. The yarn is another discontinued yarn.
Oh, yeah.
This is called Nouveau DK. Oh, I have to hide the hair.
There we go.
And it's 100% Polworth, made in New Zealand yarn, which was from Outlaw Yarn, which we have a little bit of, and this is from the Frogged. What was the name of the pattern?
What was it, Svensson?
Svensson. Stephen was halfway through knitting a jumper called Svensson by Julie Hoover.
No, I think it was
Oh.
that was a Jared Flood one, maybe. It's from Brooklyn Tweed anyway. It's one of the Brooklyn Tweed patterns.
Yeah, I got a vision of it in my head. Anyway, it's he had half knit it and actually ripped the needles out on this show in one of our previous episodes, and then kind of just tossed it aside. So it was just sitting in a drawer, like with no needles in it, with live stitches. So what I did was I finished the frogging process for him. So I wound it back onto a Swift from the jumper. I unravelled it and put it back on a Swift, and then tied it off, soaked it, and hung it up to dry in a skein, and then re-balled it into this. So it's actually looking in pretty good condition for considering it was knitted up. And it had been knitted for a couple of years.
Yeah, and it's really soft yarn, which is known for pilling too. So
yeah, so it's actually held up really well.
Quite well.
Yep, and perfect for knitting a baby blanket because the baby's not going to care whether some of the yarn's been used before. And I'm using a method of joining that I haven't used before. I've done a version of it, but not this version. And that is that it's called Join As You Go. And what you do is what I did is you start here and you go up, down, back up. So you join like this. So you join these 4 together, and then you crochet all the way along the bottom of that one, and then you join this one. So you go across here, down here. Is that what you do? You go across here, down there, around there.
I can't help you with that.
No, I can't remember.
I don't know what you do.
I have COVID. That's my only excuse. Anyway, join as you go approach. I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And so you can see I've just joined this one on. Oh, so you can see what you do. You go across here and down there, and then you stop. And then join the next one on, and you go across.
Okay.
Anyway, it just makes it really easy to join them up. So I can I can crochet 2 or 3 squares and then join a couple of squares. So it kind of feels like you're doing something different. So it's good for I was starting to get a bit weary of just sitting around doing nothing, but I wasn't really up for knitting, especially because all of my whips had something had thinking I needed to do. So I just thought, I'll just do some peggy squares because that, doesn't require any brain. So that's been quite good. So I'm about halfway through. It's going to be 4x5. So quite a decent size blanket. Good for I've kind of made it cot size. That seems to be the good optimal size for a baby. That will fit them from when they're good on the floor and in their baby cot. And even for a small child, it's like a couch blanket.
Nice.
A knee rug.
Okay, so my third whip, not something that hasn't been seen before. More Glen-esque.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just looking for the needles.
They're gone.
Oh, maybe there are no needles. Oh, no, there they are.
There are definitely
I just didn't want to lose the stitches.
Where did the needles go?
Okay, so we talked about this last time. So this is where we're up to. So there's not a lot of progress being made. I've done about another half a pattern repeat.
You kind of just chip away at it though.
Yeah, so we talked last time about the sizing of this and what I was going to do with regards to sleeve separation and so on. So I blocked it. I've got it to the right width, but it was too short. I was worried about sort of where to start and how the pattern might work. So what I've done is I just basically keep knitting. So
just keep knitting.
I did, and because it's blocked as well, I've also loosened up my tension on this colour work to try and match the blocked tension or the stretched tension.
But then you're going to block the rest of it and it'll be loose.
No, it'll be fine. So no worries.
No worries.
Nothing to see here. So I'm just going to knit up until it measures the right length, and then I'm going to carry on with the instructions for the steep.
This would be a good example because that is the same.
It's similar, yeah, and this is actually a really good length. I like the length of this jersey.
Yeah. You said that.
Yeah, there's a few jerseys I've got that I do like the length of, and I kind of know where I want it to be.
Oh, that's quite good because you can measure that right to the armpit and then
Yeah.
know exactly what it should be.
Yeah, and then I can measure the steek and see where the steek gets to and decide where I'm going to finish that. And
Yeah, nice.
so on. So I won't linger too long on Glenesque.
Glenesque, work in progress.
It is a work in progress. There's probably going to be a bit more excitement around that next time because I should have started the steek by the time we broadcast next.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not sure it'll make it all the way to Australia.
No, I was just thinking that. What are we going to bring to Bendigo? Not colour work that requires like 8 balls of yarn.
No, I think it might just be done cuffs.
Yeah, or bibliophile. You could probably get that finished.
Yeah, I don't know about finished. I could get onto an arm maybe. So yeah, anyway, so that's Glenesque. And whip number 3, Bebe.
Have you got one more after that?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, okay. Here it is. Found it.
Found it.
So, this is the Sunday Tea by Petite Knit. And the yarn for this is gifted. So Jackie and Graham own Wild Earth Yarn,
yes.
And Jackie kindly gave me enough for a sweater. So I chose this is the shale colourway
what's the name of the yarn?
Settler yarn, which we talked for quite some time about last time.
Yeah.
I don't have a skein with me, but it's 85% merino and 15% Arapawa. And if you want to know more about the Arapawa sheep, you can go and look at our previous episode where I talked about it at length. But the Arapawa sheep is a New Zealand specific and rare breed, it's called, of sheep in New Zealand that's been here for a couple of 100 years and is bred locally by a few different people. I've done some more research. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but I have done some more research on it. And it's very soft. It's a shorter staple length than the merino, which makes it, which is what gives it, it's got a really nice halo on it. Very soft, beautiful yarn, and this is the natural colourway of the sheep. And where I'm up to with this is you will have seen by the picture that it's got like a radiating knit and purl pattern, which you can see
So this is top down.
Top down, yep, part the way through. Oh, well, actually I've finished. So I've finished the yoke now, and I'm just doing short rows. So Petite Knit has you do the short rows in the body rather than at the top, so it doesn't interrupt the 2x2 ribbers where it starts. And so I'm about halfway through the short rows. Here they are here, you can see them. And then I'll do a couple of centimetres of plain knitting and then I'll be at sleeve separation. So I'm probably an evening away from sleeve separation. This one I have also not done the neckline. So this has like 154 stitches or something cast on. Shouldn't say that, but you're not supposed to divulge the secrets of, but it has a lot of cast on stitches, so I am concerned that this is going to be quite a wide neckline. But I've had a look online at all the knits and none of them look like they're too wide, so I'm just going to trust the process. This is also a folded knitted neckline, so it's the same as the Calypso where it doesn't have any ribbing. It's you knit it up, fold it over, knit it back down, and then join it up. So I'm going to have the same problem with this one as I do with the other one, and that I'm going to end up with live stitches at the end. Right,
because you haven't picked them up yet.
Yeah, because I pick up the stitches instead of folding them down and then knitting on them to form the body. Yeah, so I'm going to try something different for that one. I'm going to actually try, what she tells you to do is whip stitch them down. So I'm going to give that a go and see if if that's different. So she basically says, because you do the folded collar cuff as well, and for the cuff, you do actually then have to knit down fold it back up and you have the live stitches. She just says I don't know how you whip stitch them, but I guess I'll read ahead in the pattern and figure that out. But you just sew them down rather than, must be like a form of grafting or a sew and bind off. So I'm going to give that a try anyway and see what that's like. I've actually done it once before on the Pippi poncho, which is a knitting for Olive pattern, and I didn't like it. It was really quite tight. So I'm going to try that and see, and if I don't like it, I'll do the same neckline as I did for the Calypso, which is that I did a knit two together all the way around. I went knit two together, and then I still have to get rid of a stitch. So then I do a simple bind off all the way around.
Right.
So I can do that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I'm really enjoying this knit anyway. The garment is going to be amazing. Feel it. It's so soft and so lightweight, and it's going to be warm. It's going to be amazing. And I love the colour. I mean, it's not really a colour, but I really love the shade.
Yeah.
The shale shade that it is. It comes in blue and pink as well. And I kind of have a little bit of regret that I didn't get the pink. Deborah said that she did think of me when she dyed it. And it is definitely my pink. I absolutely love it. But I will get the pink and knit something with that as well, because this yarn feels so nice. Anywho, the other thing I was going to talk about was that Wild Earth yarn, which is our local yarn shop is Wild Earth Yarn, but they also produce yarn.
Yeah.
And
so they have a mill in Christchurch.
They have a mill in Christchurch, yes, where they spin yarn. So they prep it and spin it. And they do woolen spinning and worsted spun spinning.
So they used to sell directly from the mill.
Yeah, they had a factory shop.
Recently, in the last year or so,
they're a year old. They just actually turned 1 year old.
About a year ago. They opened a bricks and mortar in town.
Yep, very exciting. So lovely shop. And they just announced that actually they've bought another wool producer. So Design Spun is another really big
It's like commercial grade yarns,
spinning,
spinner,
and they do
dyer.
spinning, dyeing of worsted spun yarn.
And they're based in the Hawke's Bay.
Yeah. And they were selling up, and it looked like they were going to go out of business actually, which was really sad because we used to have such a massive wool industry, and it would be very sad to have quite a big mill go out of production in New Zealand, because it means that it would get harder to buy New Zealand spun yarn, which we are committed to buying New Zealand spun yarn where we can.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter to you if you live in the United States or Switzerland or wherever you live, you want to buy your local yarn, but we want to buy our local yarn.
Yes.
That kind of was sad, but now Wild Earth Yarn are going to buy the plant, move it to Christchurch, and so they will have more capacity. They'll be able to dye, they'll be able to spin different types of yarns. Very exciting for them.
Was that like alpaca and angora or something?
Yeah, different kinds of yarn rather than just the sheep wool. Yep.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
It's going to be
a huge step forward for sort of our local area, I think. I mean, when we consider that we've got Wild Earth Yarn, the Design Spun equipment coming down to Christchurch. Yeah. We've got Ashford's not too far away.
Yeah. We're
really spoiled for choice here in Christchurch. We're feeling very pleased and very excited.
And when they made this announcement, I had COVID. I had nothing to do. So I did go down a little bit of a Google rabbit hole. And just to give you some facts and figures. So New Zealand is one of the largest producers of wool in the world. Like, we have 5 million people in New Zealand. And, I mean, it's a fairly large country, but it's not that big. And we are the 3rd largest producer of wool in the world.
Yeah, that's
after
impressive.
Australia and China. And depending on how you categorize it, Australia is first or China is first, whether it's clean or greasy wool.
Yeah,
but
so-
New Zealand is either third or fourth, depending on those categories.
Yeah, I think China imports a lot of its wool and then
Yeah.
produces it
Yeah.
rather than...
Because a lot of wool you buy in New Zealand is actually from China.
Yeah.
Which is why we say we want to buy New Zealand-made wool, and for that not just grown in New Zealand, but actually spun and dyed in New Zealand is
Yeah.
what we're looking for.
So a lot of the yarn that we could get in sort of the big box stores is technically New Zealand wool, but it's gone to China and been dyed there or spun there and
being
dyed,
processed.
and then come back to New Zealand. Whereas the yarn stores, Wild Earth and so on, it's, grown, the sheep are from New Zealand.
And some of them even locally.
Yeah, they get scoured locally.
Yeah.
At
the world's biggest scourer.
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew? New Zealand has the company called Woolworks is the largest scourer of wool in the world.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Didn't know that.
We didn't know. 100 million kilograms of wool a year.
Yeah, not all for knitting needles.
No, because
That would be a lot.
We produce wool carpets. That's what New Zealand wool is mostly used for, is carpet. We're apparently known for it, and we make very nice carpet.
Yay.
Yay!
So anyway, yeah, local yarn. So the sorts from Wild Earth, Outlaw Yarn, and so forth. They're New Zealand sheep, but the yarn stays in New Zealand. So it gets scoured locally. It then gets spun either by Wild Earth or
so they have the
design
whole
spun.
production sheep to needles.
Yeah, and then dyed and then sold. So
yeah, and so we're just super excited for Jackie and Graham and Blair that they will get to be able to do that and to grow their business. And that only means good things for our wool industry, that it's thriving, and I'm just really pleased that somebody can actually make a living out of this, because it's something that seems to be
so difficult.
Yeah, and New Zealand is a productive industries country. Like we what are they called? Primary industries. So
that's it.
Fishing, forestry, bit of mining, and sheep is primarily what we do, and I guess beef and lamb, milk.
And I guess for all of the things, like our local yarn industry, it's a case of use it or lose it.
Yeah.
If we don't support it and we don't, support our local yarn stores and local yarn producers and dyers and so on, like Outlaw,
They'll
like
go
Wild
away.
Earth, they won't be there anymore, and we'll lose them, and then we don't have an option. So
So we want there to always be an option. So we are supporting our local, and hopefully that's the same for you. So wherever you are, being mindful about the things that you buy. I mean, not everybody can afford to buy local, but as much as you can, it would be great if you did, because supporting local means that the local industry continues to exist. Anyway, and sometimes support just means talking about it, which is one of the other things that we can do. So we support our local producers by talking about them on our show, because we love their yarns.
we do.
So segue back to the knitwear.
Back to the knitwear, yes.
So I'm very much enjoying this. This is, again, the Sunday tee. I'm going to knit it as a sweater rather than a t-shirt, because I think I'm going to get more wear out of a long-sleeved sweater. But for me, this is like a light spring, autumn, even cooler summer garment for me, I would say. So no rush to finish it. But it did occur to me today while I was knitting away, watching Broomstitch, which is another one of the Kiwi Make Along participants, that she has a show, Broomstitch. That this is also an entry, because this is New Zealand yarn.
New Zealand yarn.
Yeah, so it's not a New Zealand pattern, but this is another entry into the Kiwi Make Along.
Yeah, technically my future plan of Henry VIII would also be an entry, but there's no way I'm finishing.
You're going to get it finished by August.
That is not happening.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a lot of knitting. I wouldn't actually get to see Stephen for the next 2 months if that was going to happen.
Yes.
So anyway, the yarn is called Settler. It's 85% merino, 15% Arapawa yarn. Very beautiful. I'm very happy with the knit. I'm going to stop talking about it now.
And allow me to segue onto future plans.
Oh, yeah.
Henry VIII.
Acquisitions.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Yep, you're right. Acquisitions. I just skipped the section.
Okay, I do have a couple that I just wanted to mention.
That was a bad segue on my part.
Not very exciting, but on the last episode, one of my finished objects was a pair of socks for Ruth, who is my daughter's husband's grandmother. And now I'm up to knitting a pair of socks for my son-in-law's mum, Tanya. So my daughter asked if I can knit her a pair as well. And I really love this yarn. It is made in Peru. So
having talked about local yarn.
And you can buy very nice New Zealand sock yarn, of which I have plenty. You can buy a Wild Earth, dyed by Deborah at Outlaw and sold at Wild Earth. You can buy the sock yarn. It's very nice. Recommend it. But this is just something a little bit different. So I bought a couple of colours of it because I wasn't sure what colour she would like. Megan chose this colour based on the website, but when this arrived, she liked this one because I was going to make these ones for myself.
Right.
But I'm happy with either colour, to be honest. I wear blue, so I would be happy. I like matching my socks to my outfit, so today I'm wearing
nice
pink socks. Yeah, so I'll knit another pair of socks, the same as the ones I just knitted. And these are from... so even while it's not New Zealand yarn, this is supporting
local yarn stores,
because this is from Lupine in Auckland, and Alana from Black Cat Knitting Company owns Lupine, and so that is one of our extended local knitting shops, so I got that from them. I like to support local when I can. So awesome. That's our only acquisition. Yeah, we are on a yarn
very restrained
diet this year. We're trying not to build stash. We're trying to de-stash faster than we build it, and I think we're succeeding in that.
Says the people who 2 weeks away are going to Bendigo.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be a...
And we have no Australian yarn in our stash.
I know, but I don't know, like it's that thing of wherever we go, like when we went to England and we're like, yeah, this is really nice, and they've got their Leicester sheep and their other Corriedales and all of that, but we have really good sheep in New Zealand.
We do.
We're the third largest producers of wool in the world.
Yeah.
We have good wool.
We like what we like.
Yeah.
Okay, so future plans. As I alluded to before I forgot and skipped the section.
There is a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I will try and get through this a little bit. So I've been swatching Henry VIII. So over the last few episodes, you've sort of seen a little bit of my colour journey. Henry VIII is another all-over colourwork pattern by Alice Starmore.
So it's similar to Glenesque in terms of its style.
It is. So, these pictures of it, you'll probably have seen a picture by now. And so...
I haven't seen these.
I've completed 3 swatches. So the first... I'll run these in order just so you get a bit of an idea, and I'll probably put a photo up with all 3 of them together.
That's a good idea.
So the first swatch I did is the original Alice Starmore Hebridean 2-ply colours. So... that is what I could knit. I have all of these yarns. I have a full kit of it. But I wanted to try and colour match, or not specifically colour match, but use Rebel Light, dyed by Deborah Outlaw Yarn.
I can see the last one. It's so good.
So this is the second swatch I knit. So this is one where I went to Deb's and I bought a whole bunch of colours, and I wasn't completely in love with the colour mix of this. So I've said previously I sort of wanted to get away from this grey in the original colours because I didn't really like that so much. So what I did was I sort of knit this swatch, and I felt that it was a little bit, the brown was a little bit sort of too brown, and the contrast with the origin at the bottom was a little bit too much. So I've been away and I've rethought the colours of the swatch, and so
Man thinks about knitting a lot, guys.
I've now come up with this swatch which I've just finished knitting. So what I've done
What
is
way up does it go?
Yeah, I think it's the same. So which way were you holding them? I think you were holding them upside down. So.
No, that's the bottom.
Okay, so here we go. So
yeah. Sorry guys. Here we go.
So this is the latest colour combination. that I've picked. So what I've done was I took the origin away from the bottom here, and I actually cycled the browns down. So the brown that was here at the bottom here is now actually the top, with the blue at the top that you just can't see.
So there.
So I've kind of moved them down, and I actually dove into our stash of Rebel Light, and I pulled out
Look
three
at these colours.
three of the purples. So these purples didn't feature in the previous swatch.
So these ones here.
Yeah, so they're a little bit more saturated than I previously had. So
you've got like 3 shades in there. There's 3 shades.
yeah, 3 shades of purple
Gotta
before
cover
it strikes the blue. It'll be easier to see when I put the photo up.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll do some better lighting and stuff.
Wow.
So I think I'm close.
That looks amazing.
I really think I could be happy wearing a jersey of that.
Yeah.
Some of those colours though probably are discontinued, so I'm going to have to pay a visit to Outlaw.
Yeah, well, because our stash is kind of old.
Yeah, I've got at least 2 balls of each of those colours, but I do have a suspicion I may need more than 2. And the pattern, unfortunately, being a kit, doesn't give you the yarn weights that you need for each colour. It just gives you the yarn. So,
what do you think, guys?
So, yeah, I mean, do feel free to drop a comment and let me know which swatch you think is best, or any suggestions or alterations you might like to suggest on the colours. I'm not going to knit the Starmore colours because I do want to
Look at the back.
support local. But
Jeez. Yeah. Although you have the kit.
I do have the kit,
And
but
we
I'm going to
we will use it.
a lot of gloves and a lot of hats, and I'm sure we'll use it for other things as well.
I like the Rebel. I think it looks. I mean, it feels really nice.
I was going to say the Rebel is actually softer than what the Hebridean 2-ply is. The Hebridean 2-ply is quite toothy,
and it's a little bit less. Yeah, it just feels a bit finer.
It's got a nicer sheen across it. So yeah.
Wow.
So that's where I'm up to. I
must be pleased with yourself.
I am pretty pleased. So this is probably going to go on rest for a little while now.
Yeah.
Try
and get the desk finished.
While I build the colours up, get the right colours. I probably won't swatch it again.
Well, Deborah's open every Saturday from 10 till 4, I think. 10 till 2, maybe?
Yeah, she's up to hours, which is great. So great for us anyway.
Yeah,
maybe,
so you can go visit.
Maybe not so great for her, but...
no, it's great.
But, we're really pleased with that. That's Henry VIII. And, I'll be focused on Glenesque going forward.
Yeah, try and get it finished.
Yeah.
All right, we're trying to wrap up because we're over an hour. We're like well long. I know you've all said to us multiple times that you don't mind us being long, but we're
pushing our luck.
we do have other things we need to do. I need to have a lie down. So my plans, is that what we're up to?
Future plans.
The next thing I'm going to knit is in fact I didn't even talk about it, the seaside sweater, because I don't have it with me. The seaside sweater was one of my finished objects which I knit for Luciano. I'll get Stephen to put a picture of cute baby and cute sweater.
Excellent.
So what I'm going to do is knit his father a matching sweater, and the yarn is Aspen 8-ply by Wild Earth Yarn. If you want to move your head. Okay.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. Colourway Cherry.
And the colourway Cherry.
Yep.
My favourite yarn. I say that about a lot of yarns, but this is very nice yarn.
I really love that red.
I love this yarn.
This is such a great colour, but I'm not allowed to knit any more red jerseys.
No, you have a lot of red jerseys.
Most of my jerseys tend to be red or purple for some reason.
Yeah, so I knit 2 swatches. I knit a 3.75 and a 4 because I wasn't sure what fabric I wanted, and I like the 4. I think it'll make a nice wearable gauge, and I was a little off gauge on a 4. The pattern calls for 3.75mm needles, and knitting on a 4, I'm a little bit big, but fine. It's not even, it's like a half a stitch to a stitch, and that's swatched, blocked. So I'm probably going to be a stitch out once I actually start knitting it. So I'll just accommodate for that in sizing. yeah, and so I'm happy with my swatch, and I will start knitting that. I really have to get another one of these jumpers finished. I cannot have 3 jumpers on the go at once. It's doing my head in to have 2. So I need to pick one of these other 2 and get it finished. Probably the Calypso. I think that's the one that I'm more likely to actually wear in winter. And then once I finish that, I will start on this one, which is the... Sorry, I didn't even say. I'll knit the Aspen up in the So Basic DK, which is by Maxim Sear. He's just released that in the last couple of months. He had a fingering weight version of it, but he's just knit the DK, that Stephen
Which
knit,
I have, yeah.
which he wears all the time. And I really wanted to knit it. I'm like, oh, fingering weight, it's going to take me years. Already knitting all these fingering weight jumpers.
Well, I want another one.
And then Max was, released it in a DK weight, so I'm like, ha! And I have stash yarn for it, and it's in my 20 and 25 to knit my son a jumper with this yarn. So I'm very happy I'll be able to knit him a jumper. It's such, like, it produces such a nice fabric. It's like, it feels velvety and is so warm. Like I have a fingering weight jumper, actually a bibliophile, knit in this yarn, and I absolutely love it. So he will love it. He will have to love it.
He will love it.
He didn't request this jumper.
He will love it.
He will love it. He is getting it.
Yeah, no choice of pattern.
He had no choice.
No choice of yarn.
No, I did give him a choice of yarn.
Oh, yeah,
I gave him a choice of about 5 different ones.
Yeah, but he'll love it.
His wife chose for him.
Excellent.
Because that's how these things work.
Yeah, which one would you like, dear?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, which colour do you want? And she's like, this is a nice colour. And he's like, I guess we're going with this one. So yeah, him and Luciano are getting matching red jumpers. And we won't tell Anthony that also means that we also have matching jumpers.
We all have the same
because
colour.
we have all knit a jumper in the same yarn. So we're going to be so cute together, all 4 of us. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So that's my future plan. My main future plan is get as much finished as I can before I cast anything else on, because honestly, it hurts my brain to have too many whips.
Alrighty, and I guess that brings us to the end of the list.
Yeah, we got to the end.
We've made it to the end of another episode.
And so when we see you again in 2 weeks' time, we will be at Bendigo. So we'll either we'll probably film on the Sunday, which will once we're back in Melbourne, probably.
And then you'll see the episode the following week.
Yeah, once we're back. So yeah, but we'll try and film a little bit at the show, but honestly, I always just feel so lame doing that. So we'll probably film a bit of footage and then do, like we did a voiceover for one of them when we were in Shetland. We could do that, or just even photographs, just so you can get a bit of a flavour for what it's like.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
Yeah. We'll see how we go. We're not really outdoor, on the go camera people. I like to actually enjoy what I'm doing rather than thinking about, like, I mean, not to say I'm not thinking about you, but I'm thinking mostly about myself. When I'm at something, and it's overwhelming enough without having to worry about that. So, we'll see how we go. We'll try and bring you along, but you'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
And we'll tell you about it afterwards.
We will. No, that's great. So, thanks for joining us. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe to the video. We appreciate the time that you spend watching us.
Yes, so much time, sorry. Yes, we do appreciate your time and all your comments. We both find your comments incredibly helpful. There's those little gems every now and again that make you go, yeah, of course.
Yep, we don't think of everything.
No, we're still
we're on our own journey. Yeah.
Beginner knitter journey. Yeah.
So, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Ka kite anō.
Goodbye.